Hi, hi, hello, hello. We have some manga to read today, starting with the latest chapter of One Punch Man. This is chapter 120 called The Only Necessary Thing is Strength. The last chapter was incredibly interesting, diving into a completely separate plot arc. Well, I guess not completely separate, but a tangential plot arc involving Drive Knight, Metal Knight, an attack on the Hero Association headquarters, the idea of Metal Knight's security systems being hacked or compromised, trying to figure out who was lying, who was telling the truth, what was likely to happen in the story is pretty interesting to me. I actually made a separate video on that, which you can find somehow on my account, I'm sure. I got a lot of really good feedback, lots of things I had missed or overlooked, so thank you for all of your opinions and corrections and such. I think it was still a pretty fun exercise, even if I got some details wrong, as people who watch this channel often probably have come to expect. Well, what can you say? This chapter, starting with a pretty powerful picture of Garo. We haven't really seen what he's been up to in quite a while. Change, awaken, that emotion, just rage. Cool textless version too. Thank you to the R1 Punch Man team for cleaning that so we can get both the info and then just this unbridled artistic expression. Okay, so wow, the formerly fat hero who kind of idolized Pig God has run himself thin carrying the hostage. He's got that kid pretty far away. It looks like they're still in City Z though. It still looks kind of dilapidated and abandoned. So they're still kind of in the monster's territory. Oh my gosh. This is kind of freaky too. He's pulling the top of the hat. You think that wouldn't hurt, but it's like stretching out his whole face as if his entire head is actually somehow like physically linked to the hat. It's kind of scary. Just got caught in the stomach. Ooh, but then the Genos rescue team. I love all of these shots. The Monster Association is full of them, just kind of showing big tiered differences in power between lower ranked heroes and S-class heroes, lower ranked monsters and dragon class monsters. They kind of line up the situation, you know. We see this guy carrying one kid, and then Genos carrying an entire pile of adults. What a cool scene. So heroic. You know, for all the talk of heroism and what it means to be a hero, it's mostly like a fight scene based series, which of course that's a lot more exciting. But whenever they do show these more kind of typically heroic acts, people running around and saving each other, it's quite nice, a nice change of pace. And Boku no Hero Academia, I think, has that nice same sort of trade off. So this means that Genos has already beat G5, the Machine God, which was busted up by Atomic Samurai and then came to get revenge on the Hero Association executive. I don't see Drive Knight in this pile. Was Drive Knight left behind? Or has he recovered somehow? Or what's going on? What do you need to do? Don't let go. You need to get out of here ASAP. Okay. This is fun. This is so... It has such like a slapstickness to it. Them bouncing around on the top of this. Like you can almost see it animated just in your head from these panels. For some reason, it has almost the Miyazaki vibe to it, I think. Miyazaki is really good at having these sort of action sequences where there's a lot of things kind of like bouncing around, falling off, catching them last minute. This is nice. This is fun. Oh no! Oh no! Okay. But this guy's name is Sakurai, I think? The Monster Association, or the Hero Association executive? That wasn't some crazy spoiler that I just dropped there. Don't worry. That's just misspeaking. Manages to get a hold of this guy's foot, saving him just in time. Oh, that's so fun. The stakes are just so silly, so comical compared to the life or death battles we've been having for the last many, many chapters. Okay, what is moving at incredibly fast, high speed along these rooftops? Friend or foe? They look quite foe-like. Killed a lot of our friends. Where do you think you're going? Your hands are full. That looks exhausting, Shiro. So these are just some monsters. They're not getting little intro bubbles, so we can assume they're just kind of scrubs. But the real question is, how is Genos actually going to handle this? Given that he's got this entire boatload of people. Ooh! Shooting out missiles. Interesting, interesting. Pretty cool. Genos has become quite strong. Busts through the fence of this military-type compound. I guess this is considered a safe space. Saved. Oh, Mr. Sekengar. That's his name. Not Sakurai. Sekengar. Okay, that was like close enough. All right, some heroics here from Genos. Saving all of our beloved B and C class heroes, Captain Mizuki included. Definitely a fan favorite. But yeah, I've grown unexpectedly attached to these guys. When they first sort of appeared as this upstairs fighting force, I thought they were entirely just to contrast themselves with the S class, that we would see kind of what they're capable of, and then those sort of similar situations playing out. Like, we had these scenes, right? It wasn't that I was wrong and that they weren't going to do that. I just thought that that was it. I thought that was the entire point of these characters. But now they've had quite a little adventure of their own. These tanks, I guess probably equipped with all sorts of first aid type equipment. Genos still on the prowl for enemies. Mr. Senkengar looks like he has got his hand bandaged up there, but isn't there someone there that can help him out with that? Does he really have to inject himself and tie off himself with his, pulling it with his teeth? Like, gosh. Aren't these full of friendly people? And he's also talking on the phone at the same time to Sitch, the mysterious Sitch, a very influential person in the Hero Association, seemingly heading up a lot of strategic initiatives, calling meetings, chairmaning meetings with even the S-class heroes. Some people suspecting this could be Bang. This is a theory I've seen floated a few times. Their noses look kind of similar, and it would explain where Bang is, why Sitch seems to know quite a lot about Bang. I don't know. Okay, they've rescued Waganma. So now that the only known hostage... Okay, because Wangama lied and said he was the only kid in there, the Child Emperor. But then they found out later, he admitted later that there was another kid, is that right? Or did... Because what I'm thinking is, now that the hostage is gone, can they just withdraw the heroes and nuke the Monster Association, as Metal Knight had proposed? I mean, I know that's not going to happen. They're going to have a bunch more awesome fights down in the Monster Association headquarters, but this hostage being rescued so early is a pretty major deviation from the webcomic. Of course, the kid that's in the webcomic is still trapped there, but the Hero Association, I don't really remember. Like, I don't know. Somebody tell me. What do they know? What do they not know? This chapter, I don't know. It has such great physical comedy. Just this little gag of Gino shooting out his rocket arm to grab the phone. I think it's so cute. Here's what happens. You've been a tremendous help. Give you my gratitude. Thank you. Sorry for excluding you from the battle plan. Hope you will give us the time to explain this decision to you in the future. Okay, so now Genos is being recruited into the team wholeheartedly. I'm sure he already took down G5. Otherwise, none of this makes sense. So where will he be deployed? What battles will he interfere with? This, again, is kind of a deviation from the webcomics progression. Okay. So yeah, this looks like he's just after he's finished off g5. He started to pile up the other rescuees. Oh, and Nian is still alive? Drive Knight's been hauling around his corpse now for so long that I thought that was right out of the question. But he's moaning or something. Guess that'll finish it off. Hold on, it's my responsibility. I'll take care of it. That's a little suspicious. A little suspicious. It's like if you're already suspicious of Drive Knight, then this just adds to the suspicion. But if you're taking what he's saying in good faith, dissection, study, and use as a reference for biological weapon replicas. They become even stronger as necessary to conduct research and learn from these unknown life forms. Seems reasonable, but couldn't he do all of that when Nian is just dead? Just straight up dead, instead of 90% dead? Wouldn't that remove this incredible risk of Nian returning to strength and massacring many? A little suspicious, I'll admit it, a little suspicious. Even though I'm on Team Drive Knight, a little suspicious. Mankind has referenced the design and constructions of animals and insects to develop a variety of new technologies time and time again. Up to this point, even though we're dealing with a monster, as long as it serves just as its useful material. Cool, and we see a lot of examples here. I think most of these I understand. The armadillo and its kind of articulating accordion-type armor, I'm sure has referenced some things. The owl's eyes, maybe? The way owls gather in light so they can see in very, very low light. The crocodile making handbags. Whales have sonar, which we've appropriated. Cats, I don't know what we took from cats. I don't know. Dragonflies inspired helicopters. Same with hummingbirds. The way that a helicopter flies has a lot to do with kind of the study of those flight mechanics. Cactus spikes? Praying mantis the hooks? What? I don't know. I really don't know. Can't be happening. Had I known this in advance, I never would have fought him. Not only is there a guy who can defeat cadres with one punch easily, there's also a guy who wants to dissect cadres and turn them into props. Okay, so this seems, I don't know, a little less suspicious. Nian to me doesn't seem like the acting type. If this is all some complex ploy, or Drive Knight was secretly on his side the whole time, like, I don't think it's that. And I don't think people are claiming that it's that. People aren't claiming that Drive Knight is a force on the side of the Monster Association. They're just saying that he is also a bad guy that's going to make his badness clear down the line. So, I don't know. I guess this doesn't change my suspicions either way. But of course, Genos locking in to that one descriptor. A guy who can defeat cadres with one punch easily. He knows that Master must be in this headquarters. That Saitama is doing some major heroics, and probably nobody else has noticed. Saitama-sensei has joined the battle. Going back to the scene even if he didn't ask me to. Nice, nice. Nice iPhone. It's definitely just the actual iPhone screen being shrunk down and scaled. But I like that. That's a good way to add a touch of like realism and sort of a complete detail in a world. I love this shot of Genos thinking of Saitama as well. But even though this like brilliant light effect is illuminating him from behind, he still has that kind of like goofy Saitama expression on his face. Like Genos, in his mind, Saitama is a great and wise warrior, but he can't like change how Saitama actually appears. He can't imagine anything besides just true Saitama. You must understand the situation. I wasn't planning on following orders in the first place. Decisions have nothing to do with you. Whew. All right, Genos making his his disinterest in falling in line with the Hero Association pretty clear. But in the end, basically doing exactly what they want him to. I'll be at ease if he goes with you. So this might be a way to kind of sync things up back with the webcomic if Genos is busy escorting the kid. Thus, he's not involved in any of the battles that he wasn't involved with in the original. Maybe? I don't know, because otherwise he's just going to run in there right now and start getting into fights, and we already kind of have all of our matchups lined up. We haven't seen many of them in quite a while, like the Homeless Emperor Zombie Man fight, Atomic Samurai versus Black Sperm, Tatsumaki versus Gyoro Gyoro, Atomic Samurai Students versus Natural Evil Water, Handsome Sweet Mask versus Ugmon, Ugly Führer, that is. Is that it? Is there more? And then, of course, Garo is up to stuff. Yeah, it's like, where does Genos fit in with all of this? I don't think there's going to be any more, like, kind of bonus monsters like Nyan. I feel like they would have been foreshadowing up until then. So I don't know. Where's this going to go? Ooh, I like this. Leave the kid to me. Please return to the scene and help them. Nice. Stepping it up. The C-class hero. Quite bravely and boldly telling his superiors, both in the organization and his hero senpai, leave it to me. Cut in the stomach. Claws cut along the folds of my skin, so actually not injured. Oh, nice. Wow. Lucky. I hope he gets to have a bit of food, though, before he continues. I have a special body that can instantly turn ingested nutrients into fat. Keep going as long as I have fat left in stock, so it'll be fine as long as I eat something. Nice. Still, even with all that, I was no help at all. I totally understand now. Ooh, I'm feeling the title drop coming. Under those circumstances, the only thing that's needed is overwhelming strength. Please leave the escort mission to me. Let him go. Nice. Okay, so Genos now, again, getting back involved in MA headquarters. I can't follow all these twists and turns. What will this mean for kind of what I believe to be fairly set in stone by the webcomic? I don't know why that's so funny to me. It's not supposed to be like overly comedic. Like, it's not supposed to be a laugh out loud moment or whatever. But it is just kind of like a bit of a gag, right? Like that he's like in this badass pose. Normally a scene like this, you would casually toss the phone and the other person would just kind of effortlessly like, and he's still doing that, but he actually has to extend his rocket arm to reach it. I don't know, it just has this like very slight feeling of like awkwardness. Like, what's his face here? Sekai Gar. Isn't like throwing very accurately. I don't know. Okay. Goal. Okay, so he's staring at the device. This is a pretty badass shot. I'm not really sure why. This is foreshadowing, I guess? But foreshadowing what? Like, this actually, again, makes me more suspicious of Drive Knight. This one panel here, making such this ominous face at the data that he collected. Is Genos skeptical? But it's like, I don't know, if there's problems with the data, if the data is somehow a trap, first off, that's not really a great plan, because clearly Genos is the only one getting this data. The other heroes on the scene aren't really that dependent on it. They're already in there fighting. And then, if it is a trap, then it'll be revealed like right away, which means that all this kind of setup for the twist last chapter is just going to be all paid off in this chapter and not in like a future arc, which would really go against how I was thinking about that scene in general. But if it's not foreshadowing that the data is somehow betraying, I don't know, it's like, what is he seeing? Okay. And Murata wanted to draw a Halloween-themed cover page, but didn't have enough time. Well, it's understandable. I don't know how he has the time to even do this. What a masterpiece in terms of artistic expression, or just in general. A fantastic manga. Uh-oh. The database is down. Oh, the database is back up. Okay. Well, a good chapter. We will look forward to more in a few weeks. I don't know. I feel like I should reread the Monster Association arc in the webcomic. Because I keep saying all these things about like, oh, but I thought it was going to go this way. I didn't think this character would be able to be involved. Part of me is still thinking like, oh geez, what if I'm just totally remembering all of this wrong? And Genos gets like 5 fights that I just somehow blocked out. So please forgive me. I think this goes without saying, but if I misremember something, I'm doing my best. And the important thing is that we're all enjoying this fantastic series together. So yeah, let's look forward to more. Bye bye for now.